back at it again, baby. Yes, what is up, everyone? Welcome to a full review of Final Battle Jiren, and oh my god, look at those muscles. Look at them. Oh my, they're so bulgy, they're so glorious, and they're so detailed in the bestest, yes, the bestest way possible. And I cannot wait to get into this guy. I've already had some time to finagle, mess around, and do some stuff there. And I'm feeling some things. I'm already I got some things going on here, but I wanna give him a full rundown, see what he's got going on. I love the way he looks, the shreddedness. He's so imposing and so stoic, and it just captures the character, just the way he looks. And I don't think I can vamp any more than that. So guys, let's go ahead and get into this review. Alright, as for his articulation, for big boy beefcake bulky mammoth Jiren here, looking really nice, can look up about that much, which is it's not really much there, but then combined with the neck joint can look all the way down like that, so he can look down on his prey and whatnot. Then also can do a neck swivel about like that, and neck swivel about like that, and then single and solo can do like sort of thing, moving down to those big bulky deltoids and little arm pieces there. Can do a wingspan about like that, has a little bit a bicep swivel, and can go all the way around if you want them to. See, I'm gonna get into that. Don't you worry. Has a little bit of a strained double jointed elbow right there. Can do about that, and then that's kind of all he do as far as range of motion, just because those big pythons don't let anything happen. Now the reason why, all right, I'm not gonna break that, but you gotta be really careful with that double jointed elbow right there. That's it's pretty solid, and with the sculpting and everything of the forearms and the tricep, kind of doesn't let it fit back in unless you slowly and methodically put that in there. Anyway, so the ball joint within the wrist has always been an issue with me and Jiren, and the reason is because look how shallow it is. It's not even out there, and it's just a little bit. And if you put any type of pressure on it like that, and if you just curl it like so, falls off. So that is a little bit of a problem. Can do the normal ball joint sort of action, and then we got that butterfly joint looking really nice. Get a nice cross arm guard sort of thing right there, and then going down to his oh my goodness. Oh, see, that butterfly joint is also scary as well. You gotta finagle it because of those muscles are so big. Has a little ab crunch about like that, and then a limbo style about that much, which is not too much. But then combined with the hip joint and the ab crunch, can bend all the way down like so. Not hitting that full Captain Ginyu pose, but doesn't really need to. Jiren just stands up straight or gets punched around, so can't really do too much. Can move sideways about like that if you want him to dance or dodge punches of any sort of the nature. Can do a very nice, impressive split right there, looking really good. Has a thigh cut which can twist all the way around if you want it to. Don't know why you would. I don't think he's ever done that in his life, so why start now? Has a double jointed knee which has a little bit of a range of motion about like that. And my problem with the toes is, like, they can point down like that, point up like so, and then has doesn't look like a little ankle rocker there whatsoever. And then here comes, look at those weird elf pointy toe pivot actions right there. So it's like a hit and miss as far as articulation goes for this boy. Like, he's got a lot going on there, but there's a lot of hindrance going on with the muscles. So Alright, for paint apps and sculpting for big boy mammoth mama jamma muscles. I think that's all the things I can say about him. Oh my god, he looks so good. The sculpting on him is fan-freaking-tastic. The battle scuffs and the battle just scratches just scream the detail that we wanted from this character. He looks really good, especially around the torso, and then moving to the back here, those muscles do not just they don't give up. They don't back down. There is no give in them. And oh my god, the shading, we finally get some shading on these characters, and I feel like we complain and we want the shading to be done every time, and half the time we don't get it. Most of the characters are stark colors, stark figures, but then every once in a while, when it comes to big beefcake boys like this and Broly and stuff, they knock it out of the park. Like the detail, the light purple and the gray on the back here, the trapezius or whatever you want to call it, looking really nice. Not too much going on the arms there, but then we move over to the pectoral and the diaphragm area, and it looks so good. It's a little bit of a different color between his torso there, and I don't know if that's on purpose or whatnot, but it is a little like when you see it, you're like, oh, I guess he's got a dirty chest. But then when we go down to the abs here, there's a lot of detail as well. Like there's shading in between each individual abdominal muscle, and it looks really good. No shading on the ripped Pride Trooper shirt, which is okay. Really didn't need to be anything there, but the sculpting on the ripped shirt looks really good. Going to a gluteus maximus shot of Jiren's boot. And I gotta say, it's firm, it's nice, it's there, and it's looking really good. Like there's just a flat sheen to the whole character, really, except for on his elbows and then on his boots. Everything is like it's got a satin or a flat feel to it, which is really nice. Going down to those tree trunk thighs sort of things, not too much on the shading area right there, which is understandable, but the sculpting, like kill in it. He got just a little bit of a rip right there in his pants, and then I didn't get to show off his gloves. His gloves look amazing as far as like the ripped and tatteredness of the arms going there, just giving it such a battle look right there. And if you can see it, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's that little where the Pride Trooper does the little weird crotch shot triangle piece that comes down there. So really nice, good attention to detail. Moving down to the boots here, nothing really going on, just black, white, all of that. But seriously, where he shines in the muscles. I didn't get to show off the back of his head there, but I want to show the back of his head off. If you can see it right there, there's some shading on his little his back head wrinkle. Is that a thing? Is that what we call it? But that looks really good. And then there's just some more battle damage scrapes and scuffs on his neck and whatnot. So very impressed with the paint apps and sculpting on this boy. And punching our way straight along into accessories here. Looking really nice. The normal neutral face Jiren looks really good. Got like the little bit of gray going on there with the eye, and then the tiny bit of a Michael Bay lens flare lending itself to just looking serious. Really nothing going on as far as what he's thinking about. He's just, I'm a mad Jiren. But looks really good. The sculpting on the face is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. Like the eyebrow furrow looks great, or the Morty mouth looks great. Then you got a little bit of the nose, and then the shading in the mouth gives it a little bit of a definition. And then there's just like scuffs all over his head, which look really good. And then going to his veins, his angry veins, looking really good. Both symmetrical on where they are on the headpiece, so that looks really good. And then I thought I noticed something. Yes, I do. I don't know if you care. I don't know if I care that much, but I gotta point it out anyways. If you look very closely at the ear, there's some battle scuffs on the ear as well on both sides. Like it's not full, it's not clean cut, but it looks, I'm impressed. And we are getting really, really good at like just animating or just making real life anime scenes come to life. Oh my god, like if you look at the teeth right there, holy my god, there's almost an overbite to it. There's a clear separation going on there, and then the eyebrow furrow looking fan-freaking-tastic, the gray in the eyes looking great, underlining around the eyes looking fantastic, the purple in the lips giving it some definition to the character, which is really awesome, and then you got those little head veins looking just angry. And another winner for a headpiece right there, looking fan-freaking-tastic. Oh god, looks so freaking good. The definition in the mouth looks fan-freaking-tastic. The teeth are just pearly white. SmileDirect.com, whatever you want to call it. The gray in the eye looks great. Underlining around the eyes looks fantastic as well. A little bit of scuff on the ear, just a wee bit, and then the scuffs all around the head, and then the symmetrical veins on top looking great. Just capturing the character of when he finally loses it and breaks and just goes all out. And lastly, for head places or head pieces or whatever you want to call it, here we've got one of the first closed eye pain faces, pain mouths. Like, oh my god, it looks so good. I want us to get more faces like this, because like I've said many a time in the past here, getting characters that have like pain faces or like sometimes just getting punched, that's such a win for me, just because I kind of get over the little bit of like the normal face and then and then the gritting teeth face. Like when we get something unique like this, it just gives the figure that much more playability, value, whatever you want to call it. It looks really good. But going into the details on this dude, the gums looking great, giving it a very good definition. The bottom lip is just almost curled out in a way, and then the sculpting around the mouth looks really good. That exaggerated Morty mouth or eyebrow furrow looking fantastic. The closed eyes just capturing it when he gets hit right in the face, stomach, whatever you want to call it, he gets hit. And then scuffs around there, and then symmetrical veins looking fantastic as well. So I really love this faceplate. And for the fireball effect that he comes with, it looks really cool. There's a little bit of translucency going on there. It's mainly opaque, but it has just hints of it. And then the sculpting looks really good, giving it a flame ball effect look. It's not just some random orange ball or a recolored Frieza Death Ball. So I'm really happy that they didn't just take the easy road on that. And then if you look on the bottom here, there's clearly a just to where you put it in the specific hand, to where he can actually hold it, so you're not like juggling it trying to get him to hold it. I wanted to do a really quick compatibility check, and just for the sake of, does it work, does it not work? Well, I can definitely confirm that the peg from original release Jiren is the exact same shape and size as the full battle Jiren. So if you want, you can put on some of the old Jiren headpieces on him. Does it look right? Sorta. Something about it seems a little smaller compared to the body. I think it also the lack of scuff marks kind of, you can kind of tell there's something going on. But I mean, if you want to do it, you can do it. Alright, moving on, we got the hands, we got the fisticuff hands, we got the open palmed finger hands, sort of, maybe like a key blast, or just kind of like a grabby punch hand. More open finger hands, more of a flat look, but not completely a key blasty hand sort of thing, but maybe for Jiren. And then some more pointy sort of hands. I think this is kind of maybe his like, what do you want to call it, meditation hands sort of thing. So yeah, so final battle Jiren, big beefcake, big boy, muscle man, mammoth, whatever, I don't know, I'm kind of over calling him all these names. Looks like he is almost 7 inches, so he is rather rather tall compared to most of the SH Figuarts line, which is good because I know he grows when he gets even angrier. So cool, I guess. Now I want to see him next to his original release, more of a meditation Jiren, and then some other boys from the Tournament of Power, and then you know who it is. All right, and there he is next to some of his Tournament of Power companions or enemies, adversaries, whatever you want to call them, and then his original release Jiren, which I gotta say, he looks pretty good. I will do a better comparison between these two here in a second. And then we got full power Broly right here looking nice, because still not convinced that Broly could beat Jiren. Just because it's later in the series or saga or whatever you want to call it doesn't mean he can beat him. I mean, it took Gogeta to beat Broly, and they weren't even Ultra Instinct. So who knows? And then event exclusive tour Golden Frieza there. So now, guys, I did say this was size comparison, so I do want to see them back to back here, and as you can see, there's a little bit of a height difference between the two, which is good. I'm glad to see that, and it's just enough to know that he powered up completely. So I'm really happy about that. And there's also for size comparisons here, I'm holding them to where they are exactly even, and as you can see, there's a little bit of a bicep difference there, so really happy about that. Jiren's pythons are just a wee bit bigger, so super cool, super awesome. They did really good as far as scaling and then making him scale compared to his original release, so happy about that. So guys, we have done articulation, paint apps and sculpting, accessories, and size comparisons with those big bulky pythons. So it is time to look at some ladies and gentle collectors, are you entertained? This is what I have to ask, because man, aesthetically this dude is amazing. Like, just looking at him, I'm just, oh my god, he's so good. But then when I get to, messing around and doing some stuff, I kind of take it back, but it still doesn't take away from the character. He is an awesome figure. I don't know if I'm completely infatuated the same way I was for original release Jiren, because I don't know, something about him, like like I said, awesome figure, don't get me wrong, but my gripes for the dude, I think more and more the amount I mess with him, his little ball pegs for his hands or his fists don't do it for me, in the sense of you put any type of pressure on them and they fall out, which is a huge bummer. And there's a lot of different there's actually no consistency as far as the joints go, for me at least. I don't know about this for all releases, but for me, like, his arms are super tight, which is good, don't get me wrong, but then, like, they're almost too tight. Like, when you're doing the little double jointed elbow thing right there, it's nerve-wracking. And then when you go down to his torso and his legs, they're kind of loose. They don't really hold they hold the character up, don't get me wrong, but like when you're trying to get them to do stuff, they're a little on the floppy side, which is it's kind of a bummer. It's something about that. And then on the back here, the red right there, I don't know if we can see it. Tony, can we get a zoom? I'm gonna zoom it. right there, right above my thumb here, there is some paint rub when you move the torso around there. So that is a little bit of a bummer. I'm not really used to paint rub as far as my figures go. Most of the time it's pretty awesome, and it's a very, very, very minor complaint on that end, just because it's hidden. It's not like it's rubbing on his face or anything like that. So when it comes to my rating scale, dude, it's been hard. I've been going back and forth. He's awesome to pose. Some of his balance is on freaking chef's kiss point, baby, but some of it, like, it just leaves a lot to be desired, in the sense of I wish you could just stand or, you know, do a thing there. But then when you have him holding someone up by himself, I had him hold full power Broly up, and it did take some balancing, don't get me wrong, but he did it, and that shows that he has a lot of like balancing awesome things to him, but then there's other parts that kind of like counteract it. So it's very hard for me to like come to a conclusion on him. So I guess with that being said, I would say my rating scale is hate it. There's no way I can hate this figure. Like it, love it, got to freaking have it. And I'm gonna have to go with love it. Like, the ball joints in the wrist really get me, and then his torso, his looseness on the torso is a little, it's kind of a, it's a bummer. It really is, and it kind of takes away from it. Aesthetically, he is absolutely gorgeous. Just, oh my goodness, you could just look at him and yeah, I'm not even gonna say it. But no, seriously, so love it for the figure. So guys, if you didn't already have him, don't have him pre-ordered or anything like that, make sure you head on over to mystatictoys.com and make sure to hit the little link in the description down there. I got it right there set for you right now, and use the promo code LeCompton to save you some money on that order there, because who doesn't like saving money on these expensive ass figures? So if you like those shots going on between the what's it's nots and stuff, make sure and head on over to LeCompton_projects. Give him a like, love, follow, whatever you got to do. If you didn't know, I am doing a event exclusive signed Goku giveaway. It is still minty fresh in the shipper ugly ass box. Just all you have to do is follow that link right up there and figure out how you do that. The sooner we get to 1,000, the sooner I can release him, and so I guess the easiest or best way I could recommend us maybe doing that together is sharing the video. If you like this and you thought it was a good take on the figure, or good review on the figure, like really almost too in depth, share it, let people know, and that would be awesome. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time guys, Compton out.